Hi everybody, I'm Don Shanks, my good friend Alan Hudson. Welcome to Pub Talk. Al, we're talking about tomorrow's games, Saturday. We've got some real interesting games. We've got Norwich-Brighton kicking off the early one. Obviously, Brighton got done by United quite convincingly. Norwich played quite well at Arsenal and got nothing. But obviously we're thinking Norwich are already doomed. Brighton would think they're going to get something out of this.
Well, you got to fancy yourself to get something in Norwich, yeah.
I mean, you know,
They're going to battle to the end, but I don't think they're good enough to.
No, I mean, obviously, if indeed, you know, the facts the other week, once Norwich are behind, they very rarely come back to a situation where they grab a point. And I should think that, like, Brighton might have just saved a little bit from the Man United game. You know, it had gone away from them pretty early in the game. I think it might have just been a little bit through the motions. So although they did push in the second half to try and get one or two, try and get back in it.
I see them to be a little bit too powerful for them. Dead
Right.
balls all over the field. The big boys. Norwich ain't got a lot. You know, they're small up front and lots of demanding at the back. I think they might struggle big time, Norwich. The heads will drop down. I think they got to know that they're.
I mean, as you said the other day, this is probably another game where the team who scores first is going to be really in the driving seat.
Yeah. Brighton's guys, good night. You know, they just sit back and pass it about. You're talking about the Bournemouth game. Yeah, I said if whoever gets that first goal, once they conceded the first goal, that was it. Finished.
You did say regarding that Bournemouth game, if Newcastle score early, you're going to go and watch Coronation Street.
Yeah.
Now, Saturdays, I don't think that's on, is it? What will you do then?
I do.
Maybe the derby's
I'll
coming on to
myself
tell
a
him.
drink on.
I'm thinking, yeah, Brighton might have a little bit too much, but I'm going for both teams to score in that game. Norwich played quite well at the Arsenal in their attacking movements. Obviously, the goalkeeper had a nightmare. They passed another one to Aubameyang to get his second one. A bad defensive error. But going forward, they did look as though they had a little chance to get a goal here or there. So, you know, that one, I fancy both teams to score. Now, I know you fancy a little bit of a dark horse tomorrow, Leicester Crystal Palace.
I fancy after the way they played the last couple of games, Leicester are on a right downer.
Well, they played reasonably well after a bad start. You know, they got stung early by Everton and they're a goal behind real early in the game. Then they went 2 behind. And then they brought the boy Maddison on. He weren't fit to start. And he started making things happen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Vardy does look a little bit out of sorts at the moment. You know, he's going for that, like, you know, the kiss of death, got to get the 100th goal, this, that and the other. It seems to take forever. He's, you know, levels with Aubameyang now in the Golden Boot situation. So I think he's desperate to get on the score sheet again.
Well, it will be. He can, you know, so is Marcus. They're all
Marcus?
all
Marcus?
Who's Marcus?
Who's Marcus?
Who's Marcus?
My goodness.
But I mean, Palace are going into it. They kind of, you know, they were on a high. Now they've lost 2 games in a row, and he's going to say to them, look, just go out and play.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll be
Go
playing
on.
with no fear tomorrow. I'm not sure about Sahar. We spoke about him before, but if ever there's a time for someone to step up to the plate, it's him tomorrow. So you're edging towards Palace?
I think I'd only done because I think they're a big price, 9-2, 5-1. I think they're.
Well, I can't think Leicester are going to sort of lie down here. I mean, they are fighting for that spot up the top there. And they're, you know, up until the last couple of games, they have been playing really well. But I think the writing was on the wall a little bit when Brighton went down there and really got the better of them and only come away with a point. There's a lot of questions to be asked then, I felt, about Leicester's performances at that time.
Yeah, I think they've gone a bit downhill since they
Yeah.
won 9-0 against Southampton.
Yeah, you can say that again. Yeah. But I mean, so Palace are going up there on the back of a couple of losses. Leicester aren't playing that well. You fancy the Palace a bit?
I fancy Palace. I think they're the kind of team, they blow hot and cold, but that's all right. It doesn't matter if you're playing hot and cold if you're not in the relegation zone.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You can be allowed to do that. But a little bit like.
So I think if Palace win, I think it's Palace with goals. Because I
Yeah.
do think Leicester will score. I think, you know, it might be a 2-1 game. 2-1, you fancy the Palace? That would be a decent price.
No,
Now,
I'm good.
we've got, talking about Marcus, Man United v Bournemouth. If ever it was a fill your boots time, Marcus, it will be tomorrow.
Well, you did say that you're never ever going to mention his name again.
I know. I've got to stand in the corner. I'll be right back.
Noticed that.
Stand in the corner.
I mean, God only knows how Bournemouth have got in this situation. They were like 8th or 9th, a few,
Yep.
not long off the lockdown, and now they're right in it. And I really can't see them getting out of it, mate. I've never seen. I said about the first goal the other night, and their heads dropped. And when your manager's head drops,
Yeah.
you've got.
He weren't so inspirational, Eddie, there. I think he just was deflated with an early bad goal to give away, right on the back foot immediately, and looking at his players and say, come on, you've got to respond to this, and the next minute you're 2-3 down. It was just...
As I said to you, mate, I think he'd have been better off sitting up.
Yeah.
He'd have been on his own anyway. He weren't going to sit with the fans up there. But he would have been better off out the way, because fans, if you're a player, there's not that we looked on the touch like
No.
that, our coaches. But you don't want to see the manager drop his head.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
So, the new Manchester United, which we're seeing, unbeaten in 14, 15 games in all competitions. They've now got the midfield with Pogba, Fernandes, that looks the real deal in, with these two leading the players in that department. They're setting up chances. Fernandes
They'll be
is
loving
scoring.
it. They'll love this game tomorrow. They'll love it.
Well, you'd have thought that it definitely would be like 3, 4, 5 United are going to score. And I can't really see Bournemouth, maybe. They might get a goal. But you can't really see them being competitive, because Man United are hungry to play right now. Greenwood is looking good.
And Chelsea losing the other night, give them a right
Yeah.
jab,
No, that's right. So I'm going for a big score by United. Marcus, you will get 4 tomorrow. I can't give up, Marcus. I can't give up. You're going to score sometime, aren't you? We'll have to wait and see on that. So that game's all right. Now we're going to go to your old team.
Let's get on to a good game.
No, we'll go that last. We've got Chelsea-Watford. How does Frank deal with this one? The Hornets are coming into town. They've had a terrible couple of games. Chelsea should have got something at West Ham, didn't. They threw everything in to get the 3 points, hit on the counter-attack. Now it's about getting 3 points and maintaining their spot. How do you see it?
I've been so disappointed with Watford since the lockdown. It's been untrue. I would have done my money. I thought they'd get out of it. I thought they had enough. I thought they had enough players there. But I've been so disappointed with Deeney.
Right.
It's untrue. I
Yeah.
thought he's a good leader for them. He's been hard-fighted. I think I would really not be surprised if they've had a falling out with the manager,
Right.
because he's one of those managers. He had a problem at Leicester,
Right.
and they've not responded. I think in the lockdown that you never know what goes on. I mean,
No.
if me and you have been in the lockdown,
I mean, there's a lot of pressure on everybody. The teams at the bottom, the teams at the top. But always cream does rise to the top normally, and I can only see Chelsea really scoring 2 or 3 tomorrow. I don't know if Watford can match
well,
it.
if Watford have got to play 120%, 100% ain't enough.
Well, I went with Decore to score last week at any time, and he to me, he's the type of player that might nick a goal in this game. Sarr, the winger, and Deeney, I'm not sure, but Decore can come a little bit late and bang one. But I do think it's the home win.
What Chelsea got in their favour, the kids he brought off the other day, they owe him one.
Yeah. I think they've all been grilled and
Yeah,
toasted and
they're-
told like, hey, that's unacceptable.
They're
to Chelsea.
they're all on probation now.
Indeed. So, like we were back in the day, yeah. Probation. I wish I'd have only been on probation. Anyway, it's Chelsea for that.
Yeah,
Yes.
they look a good thing, but they did the other night.
Yeah.
But now they're back at the bridge, and Frank has told them in no uncertain terms that he ain't happy.
Right. So Chelsea for us. Now the big game, which we both can't wait to see, is Wolves versus
It's our
the
team,
Arsenal.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's our team.
They are the surprise package. They're a good footballing team all round. They break quickly. They're very sharp, cunning in midfield areas. And I don't know whether the ticking time bomb will start or they'll bring him on after an hour. Mr. Traore.
I think they'll save him. I think they'll save him, especially against Arsenal. They'll save him because defensively they're not that great from word go.
Right.
But with half hour to go, they'll see him flexing his muscles. And, you know, he's an amp.
Well, Aubameyang has got 2 goals. He's level with the Golden Boot now, so he's got every incentive to, you know, get up there and get a goal or so for the Arsenal. But I do feel that Wolves really, they're destined for a Champions League place. They're good enough for it.
They're just the fact. They're a team. They are the one team in the league for me where they don't drop their standards. They play the same at home as they do away.
Yeah.
They've been. I mean, their record in London. They unbeaten in London. They're all top clubs in 10 games. All right, they're at home tomorrow, but they won't change their game. This manager just has got them right on an even keel all the way through, and they'll be. Arsenal will be chasing them tomorrow.
And as we did say last week, Wolves do most of their damage in the second half.
Yeah.
So like a little cat just playing with a mouse and just bringing them in, and then all of a sudden they decide to finish it off.
Yeah.
And that's a bit like Wolves have been doing all season, whether it's at West Ham or whether it's against Villa.
They're a clever team.
They are.
Very clever team. And
So-
they're slick passing. I mean, and you see most games Arsenal will play, even if sometimes if they get beat, at least they have majority of possession, but they won't tomorrow.
Right.
Wolves will have possession them.
So you are with Wolves.
I'm all the way, Wolves.
And I'm with
I'm
Wolves.
all in.
So as we said the other week when Brighton played Man United,
I'm
we're
on
both
a
with
roll.
Wolves. So get your hard earned on the Arsenal. So anyway, from me, Don, Alan, can't wait for the pubs to open tomorrow. Go in there.
Can't wait to get to the
don't
fridge.
drink too much. All the football will be on. Go and enjoy it. I hope your team has a great day, and we'll have another show, maybe on Sunday.
You know what that is tomorrow, Donald?
July the 4th,
July
Independence
the
Day.
4th, Independence.
Born in the USA. Okay. Anyway, everybody, stay safe.
Be good.
Talk soon.